Well, boys, here we are in an undisclosed location outside of Breckenridge, Colorado, recording the first of many fireside chats here with our NA beers, non-alcoholic beers. Cheers, boys. So today we just want to chat about what's coming up with Flashquotes, reflect a little bit on where we've come so far in 2025, and just a little teaser of where we plan to go and some of the product things that are going to be coming up in 2025. Also, sorry if you missed Daniel on that intro. I know he usually gives the intro, but
let's let Daniel give us a high energy intro.
what the? Fine. I guess I should learn my place.
Welcome to the Flashquotes podcast, the best podcast to watch live on YouTube. Actually, we're not live, but on YouTube to see us in the woods. But it is the #1 podcast for mobile service businesses, and we're delighted to be here with you today. As Justin so eloquently described already, we're here in the woods together for the first of many Flashquotes retreats to talk about wins, talk about where we're going, bond, and get ready to slay. Maybe, Zach, you can give us a little brief. I know we were reflecting a bit on where we finished at the end of 2024, and as we're looking at the end of half one of 2025, and where we've come so far.
Yeah, it's been crazy. The first half of 2025 is like explosive growth, more than I could have ever expected, honestly, when we were first starting. We finished, for most of 2024, we had 3 customers. Probably up until like September, we had 3 customers. And we love those customers. You know who you are. But we started catching some momentum in the last quarter of last year. And we just looked it up. We were at 40 customers using Flashquotes at the end of last year. Fast forward to now, we're halfway through 2025 nearly. And we have over 350 companies that have signed up for Flashquotes. So what did you call it, Daniel? We septupled our customer count in the last 5 months of change, which is amazing. We have 1,500 daily active users on the platform. Every day, 1,500 people are logging in and using Flashquotes in some way, shape, or form.
Between quotes,
bookings. Interacting with quotes and bookings, so client side and admin side. 1,500 unique sets of eyeballs are looking at Flashquotes software every day, which is wild. Hard to picture like that many people in a room together, all booking coffee at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's an amazing experience. We're about to pass $13 million of bookings through the platform. It's just been an amazing ride so far, and really proud of what we've done so far in the first half of this year.
But also, we're just getting started because it is crazy. I reflect on that, and we have come so far, but we are still, like, as good as the product is, and as much as I love it, and as many people's businesses as it's helping transform, we're still just a little baby toddler software. Like, and we've got some really exciting stuff planned, and yeah, we can't wait to share it with you. We're really excited to keep the growth going, keep kind of maturing as a company, helping more businesses get more leads, get more bookings, save time on their operations. So yeah, we're going to chat about that today, kind of the product roadmap of where we're headed for the rest of 2026. I know that's been a big topic for us. Just, yeah, it's so hard to balance all the priorities. We've got all the customer requests and dreams and aspirations of where we want to take this, and sometimes those things all compete. Every single feature request has to fight for its life to make it to the top of the list to get built. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to prioritize that, but we're excited kind of on the set of priorities that we've settled on for the remainder of 2025.
And I think it goes without saying, we did a little bit of a kind of a gratitude thing this morning for ourselves as we set the intention for today and this trip. I am, these guys are too, immensely grateful for the opportunity to build a software that is meaningfully helping business owners and entrepreneurs succeed in ways that they never thought possible, provide for their family and beyond, really achieve their dreams. Like being a part of that is a super big gift, and we wouldn't be here without all the amazing customers we've had. And roadmap looking ahead is very much based off of everything that everybody's telling us day in and day out. Hey, it'd be great if this did this. Wouldn't it be awesome? This would help my business. And so we really appreciate everybody's feedback and relationships we've been telling that.
My favorite part, this sounds cheesy, but I'm going to say it anyway. My favorite part of working on Flashquotes is the people that we get to interact with and serve. Like, they are awesome. Like, and I don't say that like just to say that. Like, I've worked at software companies where I really did not enjoy interacting with our customers and wasn't really stoked about what we're working on. But Flashquotes users tend to be our kind of people, right? We're entrepreneurs, they're entrepreneurs. We all have like shared values, I think, around creating prosperity for our families and creating something new and being adventurous and taking risks. So it's amazing to meet those people and to feel like we're helping them in some meaningful way.
And if you're feeling left out of the Flashquotes family, you can always go to flashquotes.com and sign up. Have a wonderful conversation with Justin. See, Justin, I'm selling. This is usually what you do.
His first time ever.
I'm really growing. I'm getting comfortable. Cheers to that. So, Justin, that whiteboard in the distance that has my chicken scratch of what's to come. Can you interpret any of that yet? Or what are you excited about in the next half of the year? What product features? You're talking to probably more customers than all of us. What are you hearing that people want that we are really aiming to take action on delivering on?
Yeah. So we're now getting to the point. We've built so many customer-facing interfaces, of course, Flashquotes admin-facing interfaces, and some of these we built as MVPs, like minimum viable products for where we were at that time. And so we're really revisiting all of those. Anything that touches the end customer, your customers, we're really revisiting that in the remainder of 2025. So, we just did a huge revamp of our price quote page. The quotes that you send out now, they're absolutely beautiful. They've got an amazing gallery. They've got your reviews and social proof and customizations and add-ons for upsells and all the service inclusions. And that was huge. I feel like that is, we've just gotten better and better in our design and UI and understanding of what end customers really need and what Flashquotes admins want for their end customers. So we're revisiting, the booking confirmation page, the lead intake form, anything that is going to be revenue generating and touch your client. It's time for us to really revisit that and polish that up. And it's good and it's amazing. And again, we wouldn't be where we are if the system wasn't already incredible and doing powerful things and helping people generate incredible revenue and helping on the operations side. But we're just ready to take it up a notch in the rest of 2025.
The thing I would add to that is thinking about the lead intake form and making that a little more flexible. As we've grown, we've got to learn about a lot of different kind of business models and pricing philosophies and packaging philosophies that different business owners have. And we've also brought on a broader variety of industries that we're serving. As everyone knows, we kind of started out really laser focused on coffee, but just through word of mouth and kind of the organic growth of the platform, we've started to get a lot of interest from other event service businesses where it makes a ton of sense. So bar caterers and dessert truck caterers, photo booth rentals, balloon decor, any kind of event service business is starting to use the platform. And we're starting to realize that the way people price a package, there's a lot of different permutations of that. So that affects instant quoting. It affects our lead intake form. What are the right questions to ask? Would you rather, for example, price more based on packages instead of the number of baristas or the number of staff that are serving an event, things like that. So we're thinking about how to incorporate different templates and workflows to choose from to give you a little more flexibility and control over how your leads come in, what questions are appropriate to ask them or most relevant for the way that you serve, and then also all the way through to how you get booked, what your events look like, what your event briefs look like, all that kind of stuff.
I'm really excited. Kind of the final step there is the UI, the user interface for your clients on what they do once they've booked, and thinking about that experience. I think there's a lot of opportunity for us. Right now, it's just the booking confirmation page, a single page. It's going to be a constantly evolving thing, but our vision there is that somebody can have a hub, an experience where they can go in and see their booked events, see prior events, rebook events, maybe even provide information so that they can check out faster and provide subsequent booking information later in the flow. As we have received feedback from people about wanting to have kind of speed to payment, speed to checkout. So I think there's a lot of fun stuff coming with the client UIs.
Yeah, I think that's one that I feel like I've been hearing a lot. And when we first built Flashquotes, Flashquotes is really formed by its customers. We want to be super customer driven in our development, and of course, because some of the early customers were very high volume coffee caterers with many last minute bookings and things, it's like our philosophy at that time was, I don't want you to confirm your booking until you've given me all your logistics, and then you can pay. Because if you pay me and you haven't given us all the logistics in your events tomorrow and you don't respond to my emails, we can't serve you, and that's a big problem. And I think we're realizing that for so many folks, we need to allow the option for payment to be absolutely immediate, and then prompt folks to complete the booking form, or more like the booking logistics after that point. So we're really excited to offer that option. I think many caterers will not do that option because they always want to require their people to provide the operational details they need to be successful before payment. But for many, many other folks, they'll be excited and they feel comfortable. Maybe they're in a wedding heavy industry where it's like, these people are booking months in advance. I don't care. No one knows this information right now. Just pay, just lock it in. And that's great too. And we want to really support all those folks in the different industries and specialties they may be in. So I'm really excited to offer that shortly to our customers as well.
Another big one that we're excited about is workflows and some of the enhancements that we want to bring to the CRM, customer relationship management functionality. That if you've listened to other podcast episodes, that kind of snuck its way into Flashquotes, again, by way of customer feedback, saying, hey, I need to be able to talk to my customers in an automated fashion. What we're hearing now, and we sort of expected, is I really need to see historically what I've said to these customers, an ongoing conversation that I can be cognizant of, different ways of tracking and engaging with them. And so, as we look forward, we're planning to integrate the ability to tap into your email, your Gmail account, provide and surface email conversations with the email address of leads, provide other ways for you to interact and communicate with them, and expand on the workflow functionalities. Take that beta badge off for good because we've added more triggers, more things you can do on workflow. That's a big one I'm excited about.
Yeah, that'll be huge because we've had Gmail integration, but it's only the sending integration. So we can send out all the emails we want, but we have not yet been able to read incoming emails. And when you are able to do that, you can make all your workflows way more powerful. Pause workflows when people send emails in, and then of course just be sending emails directly from Flashquotes, drafting them up, sending them out, reading them all, and it may completely negate your need to be signing into your Google account to do all this. And having that context right there, right in your Flashquotes booking, will be so incredibly powerful, I think.
One more I'm excited about, and we've gotten a lot of feedback on, is mobile friendliness. Shout out to a lot of our users. Cynthia comes to mind. She told this incredible story on our podcast that just came out about booking a $55,000 event with Amazon on the beach while she was from her phone. Learning more and more as we go, right? A lot of people in this business are mobile phone first kind of tech users and not sitting at a desk all day like I am and working on a laptop. So we need to really do a better job of making Flashquotes a great experience on mobile, allowing you to quickly edit and send out quotes from your phone without dealing with the hassle or feeling like you need to get out your laptop to do that. So that's very much top of mind for us is mobile responsiveness, improving the mobile experience, and probably eventually adding a native mobile app. It seems like a common request too that we want to support at some point.
And I feel like we've done a good job with mobile for end clients, but yeah, for Flashquotes admin users, we definitely need to refine some of those mobile page views a little more.
Another big one that's come up, and there'll be some people cheering about this because it's been out there for some time, but we added services maybe 2-3 months ago as a way of being able to put out different offerings that might be drastically different. Perhaps you have coffee catering and you've got a churro booth, or you've got frozen treats, and you might sell one or many of those. What we've heard from customers is, hey, when I sell coffee or espresso bar, the add-ons that go with it, the tasks that need to be done by my team and my staff, the event briefs, the way the quote looks, all of these things have fundamental differences based off the services I select. And so we want to take that to heart. It's going to be kind of an ongoing journey, but we are going to start making services kind of a first-class citizen and something that really drives a lot of functionality of these other core kind of components and ideas within Flashquotes based off the service that's selected. So, in the case of quotes, it's going to be a great combination with Quote V2, right? You've got all these beautiful images of the service you're offering. Naturally, you're going to want those to be different based off the service that's selected. You're going to want to tell a different story to different clientele.
And it'll actually drive, like the dream state is when someone selects a service, it will, like Daniel said, drive what add-ons are presented, drive what galleries are in the photo, or what photos are in the gallery on your price quote page, drive maybe, drive packing lists or checklists on the event brief, and just, drive so many things downstream. So we're really excited for that. That's going to be.
Yeah, and even flipping back to, different permutations of the lead intake form that you put on your site, a lot of our feeling that needs to be more flexible comes from different services, people with lots of add-ons, a desire to have more imagery, and just really make it beautiful and stand out based off of the needs of your business.
So last one on our list that Daniel wrote off screen is instant quoting improvements. So instant quoting launched like a month or two ago. We've got some great feedback. Some people are really excited about that, but it's not as customizable as some people would want. So we've gotten a lot of feedback that people want to be more dynamic and prescriptive about travel distances or mileage, for example, how different breaking points for how you would staff for different hours and different guest counts and things. So there's a handful. I'm sure, Justin, you can rattle off probably 5 more that people have said, but we want the instant quote to feel as good or better than what you would have come up yourself if you had sat down with a calculator and done the math. So there's probably more knobs and dials that we're going to be adding to that to make sure it's really, really dialed into whatever your use case is.
Yeah. It'll vary, of course, by industry. For some industries, like coffee catering, the staff and the number of carts and machines is the primary driver. For photo booth, guest count hardly even matters, and staffing may not matter. It's like, what's one staff and one photo booth for all 500 people at this event? So adding those parameters so that people in a number of different industries can get the exact price they want out of it every time. And then honestly, like coffee catering, instant quoting for coffee catering is very complicated because people do it so many ways, and the way they stagger their staff and machines and output can vary dramatically. But we feel like we've got a clear path to make it work for the vast majority of people. We're really excited about that.
So we've talked a lot about the product, and we have a lot of ideas and vision for where it's going, thanks to feedback of customers. But I wonder if we could share maybe a couple other things that people can look forward to that aren't necessarily product related in the coming year. So one example that comes to mind for me is more in-person presence at industry events and maybe even hosting our own. We've gotten some requests for a FlashCon of sorts where people can get together and meet in person in Denver, probably for the first one. Keep your ears open for updates on that coming up. But also, I think we want to go to some other well-established industry events in the coming year. I know we really wanted to go to SCA in Houston this year, but didn't work out. So hopefully go to the next one. I think it's World of Coffee now, but it's San Diego. And we're also looking at a photo booth conference in Vegas, but definitely want to get out and meet some of you folks in person and have an opportunity to connect. I mean, continuing with the podcast, right? This has been a huge thing. Like, we've gotten a lot of feedback, and we're grateful that people are getting value out of this and learning it. So getting more guests on the pod, different perspectives from people in different industries, but people seem to really like the growth stories, so we're still on the lookout for entrepreneurs we can interview and bring their wisdom.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting rest of the year. I mean, we we're excited to just keep making the product better for you all, get it in more people's hands. And I do just want to highlight how committed we are to this as well. We're not hobbyists, we're not part-timers, we are. And I think that's something that came up for us recently, is just how, what we're burning all the we're burning the boats on other income opportunities. We are just all in on our commitment to making this the best product we possibly can for you. And I think that was really invigorating for us to just really, and we have been that way, but just to really re-solidify it and recommit to this. Like, we are all in. This is our full focus. We're not hobbyists, we're not distracted with other projects, and we're just committed to make this incredible for you, and get it in as many people's hands as possible. So that's something we're really excited about.
What about like a favorite quote or lesson from one of the podcast episodes so far? I'll start. Mr. Noah and his killer acronym of systems.
That's what I was gonna say. You stole mine.
The best one, so I had to get it first. SYSTEMS. Save yourself time, energy, money, and sanity. Perfect explanation of why you need great systems. We've talked a lot about systems in our past podcasts, but I love that.
Yeah, that was a banger. He learned that from his dad, I think.
We still want to get his dad on the podcast, so
Father Dupre is hit us up.
I think one of my favorite podcasts, and really people to work with, is our friend Michael at Creature Coffee. He's just such a delight, such a bright energy. I think the thing he really does exceptionally well is he's really good at making people feel good, giving them shout outs, which I think is totally genuine, but it also has the positive effect of making those people want to work harder for him and deliver. So I think that he is a wonderful leader, and his way of operating and leading, I think I've even experienced that as just a partner working with him and hoping to deliver good self-engineered systems.
Yeah. Shout out, Michael. You're my boy. Yeah, I think since you guys took so many of the good ones, and well, good thing I have one more in the back pocket. I would just say I learned so much from Cynthia at Always Kind, and that, I think, was our last episode maybe that you all heard. We just had such different approaches. She was like all in on social media, getting most of her clients that way, has a very different pricing structure and philosophy. And I just learned so much from her about luxury pricing and about sales and about different customer acquisitions channels. That was a real eye opener for me. I think we mutually were just shocked by each other's approaches, because we did not relate to them at all in the beginning. We're like, I have not done any of the things you're talking about. You haven't done any things I'm talking about. We're both doing awesome. We've got to talk. We've got to figure out, we've got to share these lessons. So that was a really fun one for me.
Cool. Well, with that, we can wrap up our lovely fireside chat. The first of many in the mountains of Colorado. When we were young, which we still are, we would order Domino's pizza. Zach and I would go hard for PMO, pepperoni, mushroom, and black olive. And my dad, shout out to Lance, owned a gaming network place with 20 computers all hooked up and a little projector in the back. And we had recently discovered the notorious Jack Bauer.
24.
We crushed some 24 whilst crushing some PMOs. So I think we're going to order some pizza tonight.
Yeah, we're no stranger to working through the night toward a shared goal. It used to be video games back in our youth, and now it's building Flashquotes for you. I have a bee on me. See, oh, it's like an ant. It's friendly. Just wrapping up, say hi to our friend, Mr. Bumble. And if you haven't done a Flashquotes demo with me, book a call. I'd love to show you the product. There's so much to see. There's so much we've built, and don't rely on just, you've probably heard snippets and little bits and pieces, but to see the entire thing in action from end to end, it's really an all-in-one quoting, booking CRM that's going to save you tremendous amounts of time, stress, headache. And if you have feature requests, let us know. We are so customer driven and care so much about what you all have to say about features and direction of the product. And finally, if you have any ideas or topics you'd like us to cover in the podcast, also let us know, because at some point we're going to run out of ideas. That's it. Thanks for listening. We will see you next time, and keep crushing.